All right. Good morning. We'll go ahead and get started. So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight. Torso is open, hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. We try to avoid slouching or leaning, but we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body. Relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. And we begin to let go of attending to the environment, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation. Concentrating our awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, generate a broad and altruistic motivation for your time, wanting to use this time to establish and deepen constructive ways of thinking and acting, cultivating states of mind that allow oneself to remain connected to a sense of inner peace and ease, states of mind that naturally and spontaneously give rise to actions that are beneficial for others, wanting to reduce and ultimately eliminate the influence of states of mind that are not beneficial or constructive, states of mind that agitate and disturb one's own peace of mind, these states of mind that when they arise, very often lead to actions that cause harm for others. Thinking of engaging in this process of genuine inner transformation in order to be of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings. And then with that motivation, I thought today, to capture the spirit of the season, we would meditate on exchanging self cherishing for cherishing others. So we begin by contemplating that there are no differences, no real important differences between myself and any other sentient being. From the moment that we wake up to the moment that we go to sleep, and even in our dreams, we strive to obtain that which we find pleasant, enjoyable, beneficial, and to separate ourselves from anything that seems difficult, painful. So too is every other sentient being. Every sentient being is striving to be happy and to avoid suffering. So bring to mind, based on your experiences, your observations, all of the ways in which you can demonstrate that to yourself, thinking not only of fellow human beings, but all of those in the animal kingdom as well. And then contemplate that for each of those other sentient beings, the importance that they place on their happiness is exactly the same as that which I place on my own. And each time they experience difficulty, the suffering, the pain of that experience is equal, identical to my own. Are also equal in the sense that no sentient being has any claim to being happy and to being free of suffering that's greater than the claim of any other sentient being. So think along those lines until a strong feeling of equanimity arises between oneself and others. I can think that one place where a difference arises is in the result of the self centered attitude and one that cherishes others. As self centeredness is the source of all of our suffering, and cherishing others is the source of all of our happiness. On that basis, it's logical to dedicate myself for the benefit of others. And in order to bring about that reorientation, well, Contemplate the disadvantages of the self centered mind. First is that attitude creates a very narrow perspective. We approach every situation with the intent of finding something in it just for oneself, which leads to a fearful preoccupation and exaggerating situations that don't work out the way that we had hoped. When we're in relation with others, we expect that everything that they say and do will be pleasing, which leads to becoming overly sensitive, being unable to tolerate the reality that it's impossible that everything that everyone else does is in accord with our preferences. So contemplate these examples, seeing if they seem true in your own experience. Have similar circumstances arisen in your own life? And then contemplate how the self centered mind is the main source of afflicted states of mind, thinking that it gives rise to envy when we observe the good fortune of others instead of rejoicing, thinking that it gives rise to belittling those who we think are making mistakes or frustrating our interests. And this overly self centered view causes us to overlook our impact on others and abandon the training in ethics. These obscurations cloud the mind, interfere with our ability to concentrate, to develop wisdom. So, unless they are overcome, our own path to liberation will be blocked. Conversely, developing the attitude that prioritizes others, reduces all of these negative mental states, attachment, dissatisfaction, anger, jealousy, all become less powerful the more we cherish others. This attitude broadens, widens our focus, and our own problems appear less and less significant. Closeness arises between ourselves and others. And we develop inner courage, inner strength, a brave attitude that wants to work for the welfare of others. I think that all other spiritual qualities naturally flow from that attitude. So think along these lines. Try to develop a strong understanding of the advantages of cherishing others. And then resolve that beginning today, I will practice seeing others as important and cherishing them. In every interaction, I will focus on their well being rather than merely getting something for myself. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you actualize that motivation, which has created positive energy in the mind. I think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking when it ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in a state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment in order to work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. May I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you